Well, hey everybody, Malvern Bank ride along tonight. So last time we were at Corning, my vote was to put the camera in Charlie's car, and that you had a hell of a run. Let's talk a little bit about that race first.
Yeah.
Do you remember being there?
Yeah, I do. Barely. Right? We've had a few since then.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think we had a good car. Worked our way to second, and was kind of going for the win with a few to go, and went high, got slid. Tried to get that back. Went high one more time, got slid again, and it was over. So, the last time it was a little bit wider racetrack. Tonight was a little bit disappointing. It just seemed like it was kind of get in line on the bottom and wait for somebody to make a mistake and open the door just a little bit, take it from them. It's always tough to make friends on things like that.
When the track is like that, is it too much moisture in the track? Is it not enough moisture in the track? Is it what it seemed like if you would have started on the track with about 5 laps to go and the track was there,
right,
would have maybe been, but maybe it was just locked down to the bottom and just
that's a really good question. I'm not sure what really brought that out tonight, because usually it'll clean up. I'm not sure if the tires were up and it allowed people to kick crumbs up and keep the middle dirty, but it just, that middle never really cleaned, it never really cleaned off like it typically does. And so
I think a lot of people were planning on, I mean, probably most everybody that has run here before was planning on that.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember, especially the way it started off, and they tried to have some moisture in it and stuff, but then I thought the heat races were, the track was in pretty decent shape there. You saw Leighton do what he did, come all the way through them all. So I mean, that was
a little bit of an anomaly tonight.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just interesting. It's tough. I mean, it's end of July, and
how's your year been? How's your year been so far? I mean, I feel like you've done a lot of living up to your name this year, Chargin, because you've passed a lot of cars this year, at least the races I've been to.
It's just, you just can't ever be off against this field. The competition in this Malvern series, Hoker series, it's like everybody's got good iron, right? Everybody's a pretty good driver. So the differences between, them top 10 are just very, very small. Heck, really, look at the cars here tonight. 20 something of them could have won this thing.
Right.
And so it's just a lot of good competition.
Now you're one of the more easterly drivers, kind of, you run all the West races, right?
Yeah, we're just, so I live in Ames, so I'm right down the middle.
Yeah.
And so, I got a little bit long haul for a lot of the East, and a little bit of a long haul, like when we go to Deschler, McCool Junction. It's a little bit longer haul, but I mean, what else could you ask for? 3,000 to win, 500 to start, and you live in the middle of, you can get to almost everything within 4 hours of my house, 5 hours maybe at the most. And it's like, if we're not appreciative of what Jay and what Joe and Steve continue to put into this series, there won't be late models in Iowa. And I mean, it just won't even
drive up real fast.
And then you're gonna have to start doing Lucas Oil stuff. I mean, it's just not a fit. So this is the best kept secret. I mean, there's a bunch of mod guys that should be buying Malvern Hoker late models, because that's an old, heck, that car's 4 or 5 years old, and you don't have to have all new best of the best equipment to be able to compete. And I think that's, I don't know, that's just the big thing that people don't always understand. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you idolize a particular class, and it's like, hey, come hell or high water, that's where I'm gonna race, But yeah, I agree that this class, on paper, could probably pretty easily put out modified racing in this entire area for the guys that want to do it seriously and move around and go to a lot of different tracks. And
it's just such a great series, and the format, everybody everybody cry, a lot of people cry and whine about the format and stuff, and I think it has a lot to do that they don't understand the format. The format's gonna create passing.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect every night. There was a couple anomalies tonight that were a little bit weird, but in general, the fans get to see a show.
Yeah.
And you've got toughest, tonight east-west battles, and you got the toughest dang cars across quite an area. So yeah, I think it's really, really neat stuff. To be a part of it. And, shame on me if I can't try to make it to the east and the west. And it just helps, just getting laps helps makes you that much better too.
I don't know when this video will actually be out, but next week, Algona.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you probably turned a couple of laps.
I did, especially
there,
back in the modified days, a little bit more, And
so what do you like that track? Is that kind of a?
It's a little, it's a little 410. It's narrow, it's tight, but we see a lot of those here, in the Warrensburg, and so it's just fun to bring those guys up to some tracks that a lot of those people have never seen that track, and so it's just kind of fun to.
I haven't been there since I was young. That's right in the middle of town, right?
Yeah. It's just on the South Edge Town Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And the thing that's neat is when you go to some of these tracks that don't get to see late models every time, the fans are ecstatic. Yeah. And they're like, heck, as far as they're concerned, you're the World of Outlaws to them,
That's the way it was with the Go for 50 in Owatonna back in the day. It was like unbelievable because the Kosiskis and all that. Those guys came in and ran that race.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm hoping some of my family from the Elberly area comes down to Algona like they did back in the day. And see what we do now up here. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, so. Kevin Stoa Country and Jeremy Mills. And all the butt whippings, Keith Schmitz, all those guys. So.
Yeah. Well, cool, everybody. Charlie's been one of my favorites for a long time, and it's been great. Moved to Nebraska 10 years ago. Don't get to see him race much. Now he's doing this. And now I'm kind of traveling with these guys a little bit, and so it's just a personality I like to see around. He's really good for the series, and we'll do another ride along.
Sounds good, man. I'll try to do a little better next time.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks.
All right, Malvern Bank ride along, Dirt Track Bank YouTube page. Check it out. We'll see you down the road.